Hello and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be explaining exactly what UK government bonds are, the different types that are offered, as well as all the benefits and disadvantages that come with them. So make sure you watch this video all the way to the end so you don't miss any important details. So to start with, what are they? UK government bonds, also known as gilts, are a type of debt-based investment where you can loan money to the UK government in return for an agreed rate of interest. The government uses these funds for new projects or infrastructure, and investors receive a set return paid at regular intervals. When you buy a government bond, you lend the government an agreed amount of money for an agreed period of time. In return, the government will pay you back a set level of interest at regular periods, known as the coupon. This makes bonds a fixed income asset. Once the bond expires, your original investment amount, called the principal, will be returned to you. The day on which you receive the principal is called the maturity date. So what are the different types that are offered? To start with, there are conventional gilts. These are the simplest form of UK government bonds and constitute the largest proportion of the gilts in issue. A conventional gilt is a liability of the government under which it guarantees to pay the holder of the gilt a fixed cash payment every 6 months until the maturity date, at which point the holder receives the final coupon payment and the return of the principal. There's also index-linked gilts. These constitute the minority of the gilts in issue. The UK was one of the earliest developed economies to issue index-linked bonds to institutional investors, with the first issue taking place in 1981. Index-linked gilts differ from conventional gilts in that the semi-annual coupon payments and the principal repayment are adjusted in line with the UK Retail Price Index, also known as the RPI, with a lag. So now that we know what they are, what are the benefits? Start with regular income. Gilts provide a steady stream of income through semi-annual coupon payments. They're also low risk. Government bonds from established and stable economies like the UK are regarded as comparatively low risk investments. This is because the government usually has control of its currency, so can print more money to pay back investors if it needs to. Also, capital return. If the price of a gilt falls below its par value, you'll get a government-backed capital return if you hold it until its maturity date. And finally, tax efficiency. UK government bonds are considered a tax-efficient option for high-earning savers. Investment bonds in the UK are tax-efficient, and they can be similar to individual savings accounts. Investors can withdraw 5% of the amount invested without paying tax, enabling them to save on immediate tax. So what about the disadvantages? To start with, there's an interest rate risk. Bonds are very sensitive to interest rate changes, and when interest rates rise, the fixed rate of income or coupon on offer becomes less appealing and bond prices fall. This could result in capital loss if you sell before maturity. There's also inflation risk. The rate of inflation may reduce or affect the value of the bond over its lifetime. This means that the purchasing power of the returns could be less than expected if inflation is higher than the bond's yield. There could also be a credit risk. There's a risk that a bond issuer may default on one or more payments over your bond's lifetime. And finally, lower returns. The long-term return potential from these investments is lower than other fixed income asset classes. So this has been my video explaining how government bonds work in the United Kingdom. Hopefully now that you've watched this video, you understand everything you need to know about them, and you can use some of what you learned in this video to help you with investing in the future. So I hope you found this video helpful, and thanks for watching.